What's up, YouTube? Daniel back here for another video. So, hope you guys enjoyed the last one that I made. That was a day in the life of carnivore. And if you guys are new to the channel and don't know me, my name is Daniel. I am a nutrition and habits coach, and I help people use nutrition to basically find all the health benefits, all the mental benefits that they need in order to be their best self. So, for this video, I want to share essentially one thing that I've been thinking about that I've done recently, and I wish I did in the beginning of my journey with psoriasis. So I had psoriasis when I was 21, and essentially been able to manage it drug-free with no medications. I was diagnosed through a dermatologist, obviously, and they gave me a bunch of medications for scratching, for the actual scales, everything like that. And it was like 6 medications, and when I saw the list and I realized it was like my rest of my life, because obviously with medications, your body gets more and more immune, and eventually you have to up the dose. So I realized, yeah, fuck this. I'm just gonna, figure it out through a natural way. I always believed in natural nature first and like natural methods before just jumping right to medication. So that's what I did, and yeah, now I'm 29 and been able to do that. I'll reverse it even as well. And the one thing that I wish I did, um, on top of everything else, I did to make it happen, was the very first thing I wish I did was get basically a GI test, or a gut test. So stool test is the very most basic one. It usually tests for like very common like bacteria or infections like H. pylori, stuff like that. But the one that I just got is very, very advanced. It's called GI Map. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, but essentially it came out to about like 500 Canadian. I live in Canada, so I think it's probably like 350 US with a conversion. And essentially it tests for everything. It tests for like parasites, candida overgrowth, any yeast overgrowth, any like bacteria, any inflammation in the gut. Like basically, it's like the most comprehensive test you can get, an expansive test. So this is the one thing I wish I did, because otherwise, well, what I ended up basically doing was just using elimination diet. So it's now called the GAPS diet, and essentially this was you just removing most of the triggers, which would be like gluten, dairy. I did nightshades as well, and yeah, basically just removing those 3 things, and removing most of the triggers. But then you have to basically fine tune that with the foods you're eating, so see which ones you don't react well to. I did a sensitivity test afterwards and found like a few processed things and preservatives, so things like MSG, some kind of lecithin, I think. There's a whole bunch of it's very specific, but anyways, I got that. I did like a sensitivity test with like needles. I did a one with like atoms, essentially. So I was holding like a rod as you pass atoms of different foods through the rod, and basically was able to detect what I was sensitive to or not sensitive to. It was pretty cool, actually. But I mean, one thing that would have just basically fastened the whole process was just getting a comprehensive GI test. So the one I got is GI Map. Once again, that's probably the best one that I recommend right now, because I hadn't heard it until I did an appointment with a naturopath. I've done a few naturopaths, but they never mentioned this or brought this up. And this is essentially that I'm going to probably do once a year to see where things are at, maybe once every 2 years. And yeah, I think it's going to be like a huge, basically, like ability to see what's actually going on, as opposed to just like trying things out, doing cleanses, all that stuff, which you should do. But you can essentially like pinpoint and be like, okay, I have to do this specific thing, like treat this. It could be parasites, it could be candida, but essentially it helps to like heal the gut from whatever is causing it, and then you can kind of go from there. So very short video. Just thought it's something I should share for anyone going through any autoimmune things at all. It's related to the gut. So you have to basically get down to, like I said, the root cause of it, which is food sensitivities. But also, like I said, there are other things that you don't take into account. Things like I mentioned, like parasites, candida, any overgrowth, any bacteria. There's things that you can't see. You can only feel it, obviously, or see the effects of it through like your skin or whatever autoimmune disease you have. So, I mean, it's super key to really get down to what you have to do. as opposed to guessing. I don't recommend guessing after all these years. Like I said, it's one thing I wish I did was just get a stool test and then get this GI map test. Stool tests are usually free through like your doctor. Once you start living in Canada, so in the US, you have to pay for that, and then you have to pay for the extra one, which is for H. pylori, which is the most extreme one. If you do H. pylori, you do have it. I did have it. I think it was like last year. I had to do medication for it, and it was like 2 weeks, and it actually helped a lot with just clearing everything out. And then obviously there were some things that kind of crept back in, and then I guess I got some plaques again. But more or less, this is something you should do. If you do have any questions about it, you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is the same as my Instagram, YouTube. Sorry, so at Mr. Daniel Arce. I do post, my day-to-day life, my process, my routine, and just any thoughts I have on there. So we'll let to speak more with you guys there. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. You can also comment as well what you guys have done on your process or what you did on top of what you did to heal your gut. If you have done that, congratulations. And yeah, definitely a tough journey, but there's ways around it. So hope you guys enjoy the video. More coming soon. I will be going to Puerto Rico, so I'm planning to film a lot of things there. I'll be gone until the January 26th. So yeah, gonna be great time with family. I'll post and share some thoughts as I'm there, have more time to myself. And yeah, keep killing it.